From Accra to Bolga, it takes me 8 hours. In November 2005, I had an accident that I was hospitalized for 7 months. I started riding bike since 1995. So I believe riding is a calling. So I broke my arm, I broke this arm, I broke this thigh, I broke this leg. You will not see me in nightclub, you will not see me in parties, you will not see me anywhere.
Meet Ken Akansobe, a passionate Ghanaian motorcyclist with a heart for charity and a vision that stretches beyond borders. His story is not just about speed and engines, it's about purpose, connection, and the open road calling him to something greater.
So riding motorcycle has been my passion. I started riding bike since 1995, and it has ever since then I've never looked back.
Born in Tema, but proudly a native of Bongo in the Upper East region of Ghana,
I hail from Bongo, to be specific, but I grew up in Tema.
Ken recently rode from Accra to Bolgatanga, a journey of over 800 kilometers. It takes more than 16 hours by commercial bus to reach the Upper East regional capital.
Traveling to Bolga with a motorbike, I don't see it to be anything because I go for long journeys more than that. And it only takes me 8 hours to get here. From Accra to Bolga, it takes me 8 hours. That's when I use the Eastern Corridor route. But when I use the Kumasi Kintampo Highway, it takes me 9 hours. So I would say the Eastern Corridor road is shorter and has better roads than the Sunyani to Tamale and then to Bolga.
He also shared some of the challenges he encountered during the ride to Bolga.
Some of the challenges I face is the first challenge I faced was at Dambai when I was supposed to cross the Pantu to come to Bogatanga here, because we got there and the Pantu was like, we are not many, so they can't just move it. So we decided that we'll wait for the military one that is there. So we waited for about 2 hours before crossing. Then I came. So I took that route straight from Dambai straight to Yendi. Then from Yendi, I went to Nalerigo, through Nalerigo to Wale Wale, and then to Bogatanga. When I got to Yendi, I had a flat tire, and because my motorbike is tubeless, I have the repair case already, so I repaired it myself, and then I came through. The difference between the Eastern Corridor and then the Kintampo Road is on the Kintampo Road, there's so many speed ramps. You have to slow down and cross. There are so many towns and cities. You can't speed like you wish to speed. So that make up for the delay of 1 hour before you get to Bolga. But for the Eastern Corridor Road, it's very smooth, and I encourage anyone who wants to ride to Bogatanga or any part of the northern region should use the Eastern Corridor Road instead of using the Kintampo Tamale Highway.
Riding a motorbike across Ghana will surely give you a memorable experience.
Usually, when I stop for fueling, I met with a lot of people trying to take videos of my motorbike and myself. And then when I get to the villages, I met with, you have to slow down because you're entering into a town. So when you slow down, you see people waving at you. Some even will come on top of the road and stop you. They want to take pictures, which I'm okay with because all of us started that way. When we were young, when we saw people riding motorbike, it was not big as mine, but we want to have pictures with them and talk to them. If they don't, we are disappointed. So I don't want that to happen to anyone. So I usually stop for them to take their photograph and ask questions. So which is very enjoyable. Yeah.
Ken's journey began not in the spotlight, but with a spark, a love for motorbiking that quickly grew into a mission. What started as a personal passion has now become a powerful tool for advocacy, charity, and unity across Africa.
Mostly, I ride for charity. So in Accra, I have 3 groups that I join. We have so many biker groups in Accra, but I have three groups. One is the Harley Davidson group. That one you have to own a Harley Davidson to belong to that group. Then one is GS Cavalry, which is the BMW I'm using now. I belong to GS Cavalry, and we have the African Twin group, which is Honda African Twin group. So you need to own those bikes for you to be part of that group. Besides that, we have a general one, which is the Ghana one for all bikers. That was inaugurated last year. We have our constitution and everything, and sometimes we come together to ride. I don't know if you heard of the Salah ride in Accra when the Ramadan ride we went for, and then before the December election, we went for peace ride to conscientize everyone that it's an election and it's supposed to be peaceful and we stand for peace.
For those planning to join his riding group in Ghana.
But all in all, I see a lot of people telling me, or I hear people telling me, oh, I want to join the group, I want to join the group. Yes, you can join, but you really need to be trained by professionals. So, for example, I have a colleague, which is Daniel Isrifi. He owns Gear Shift Academy in Accra. So, anyone who wants to ride in Accra usually will contact him, and then he will take them through training on weekends. Then, before they graduate, they get them the bikes, and then their safety gears and everything. Then they go on the road. Then also, you can also check him out on Instagram and everything, Gear Shift Academy or the Motor Checker. You can do registration even online with him. If it is burger here you want to ride, he will organize the classes, not less than 10 people. He will come and do the classes for them. He will bring his motorbikes, train them on it, and then they can begin to ride with us if they want to.
In addition, Ken offers advice for individuals or group planning to ride from Accra to Bolgatanga on a motorbike.
One, the person who wants to ride from Accra to Bolga must be someone who has been trained, someone who takes his health and safety seriously. So you wear your gear. This is not proper. It's because I'm in town, so I have my helmet and this and my gloves. But I'm supposed to wear the riding jacket, the riding boots, and then the riding trouser. You first of all need to get them. I must tell them, or it will interest them to know that it is bike or motor riding is an expensive hobby. This is not cheap to be a biker. So I must tell them. So if they really want to, then they should be prepared to spend more, especially on their safety gears. Because one, if you fall down and you survive, you can always buy another bike. But if you fall down and you don't survive, or you are dismayed, or you turn to a vegetable, how then can you ride, or how can you even buy a bike again? So we always conscientize people to put on their helmets, their safety gloves, their riding boots and jackets. And then also, you can't just use any bike. Fine, you can use even a 250 to Bolga, but the point is that you stress the bike. At the end of the day, when the bike comes to Bolga and go back, it means that you have to replace the engine. That's why we usually prefer bigger engines for long journey. And it is not all bikes that are purpose or fit for long journey purposes. So if you want to ride, then you need to really ask those who have the expertise to tell you which bikes you should buy for long journeys and which bike you should buy for town rides
For him, becoming a biker is a calling.
or riding or for motorbikes. You don't have to force yourself. Sometimes I believe riding is a calling because not everyone have the heart to ride. For some of us, we can ride throughout the night, and we are not afraid. It's not because we are brave, but it's the passion that drives us. And if anyone wants to be part of the bikers community, then he really has to sacrifice a lot because one, I have a wife and kids in the house. Whenever I move a motorbike, they know it is dangerous. We ourselves, we know it's dangerous to ride. But what we need from them is to pray for us, not to criticize or say all manner of things. Because some of us don't have any life. We don't have any social life. You will not see me in nightclub. You will not see me in parties. You will not see me anywhere. Apart from maybe a family funeral, a friend funeral, that you see me around. But that one, even when I do the needful, then I'm gone. So riding is the only hobby I have. So if I'm met with resistance or people trying to tell me don't ride and this, then I don't know what they want me to use as hobby. So I really encourage people that whenever they see us riding or they see me riding, those who know me personally, they should rather pray for me instead of criticizing or saying all manner of things to discourage me. I have passed that because in 2005, in November 2005, I had an accident that I was hospitalized for 7 months. So I broke this my arm, I broke this arm, I broke this thigh, I broke this leg. And I was riding with it for 2 years before I went for the removal of all those metals. If I don't have the passion, I wouldn't have ride any bike again. But because of I have the passion, I do it and without fear or without anything. And my wives understand me. Sometimes your wives will not. Some people have issues with their wife riding, but she understands me because that's the only life I have apart from my family, work, and then I have no other life.
Ken Akansobe has also journeyed by motorcycle to several African countries.
I've traveled with my motorbike outside Ghana to Benin, Nigeria, Cameroon, um, Liberia, then Nigeria.
Having ridden to a few countries, he shared what it takes to ride a motorcycle across Africa.
People will want to also say, I want to travel, but then you need to have an international license, you need to have a permit, and you need to have visas for those countries that requires visas. You need to have your yellow card and everything ready. And then when you are traveling in Africa, it's supposed to be border free, but it's not as per everyone think it is. Because when you are entering into a country border, I realize a lot of motorists make mistakes. They tend to argue with the authorities there or something, but when you get there, whatever they tell you to do, you do. And then you have to have a proper registered bike. It's not stolen. If you have a stolen bike, you can't cross through the borders because Interpols are in some countries and you'll be caught. So you need to have a proper bike, properly registered with the chassis number, everything correct before you decide to embark on those journeys.
In his next big move, he reveals plans to ride to more African countries, embarking on another challenging but promising adventure.
I'm yet to go in August to Morocco, Tunisia, and then Algeria. Yes. So in August, I'll be embarking on that journey, but I will start from Accra and go.
Ken Akonsobe's journey is nothing short of inspiring. He went from nearly quitting biking to now riding for a powerful cause. Join him on his incredible adventure by following him on TikTok at Ken Akas for exclusive updates on his current ride and his upcoming challenge across Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria. Don't miss out on this amazing journey.